What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Of
Good. It's great to have you back in the World Series. So thanks for taking the time.
course.
All right, folks, we're ready to get started. If you have a question, just indicate that you have a question in the chat, and we'll get going with Anthony. Who's up first? All right, we'll go to Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Hi, Anthony. Just I guess first of all, just what are the emotions of being back in a World Series? And just did you ever wonder if it would come as it's kind of been a little bit of time since the last one?
Um, it feels really good to be back. Obviously, I think our team has really come together of late. We've had such a great year, up and down year, but the team has really come together. And to be back in the World Series is special. You can't take it for granted. Never ever have I taken any champagne celebration for granted to get to the playoffs or the next round. So you just don't know when these opportunities will arise, and you got to make the best of it.
Thank you.
We'll go to Greg Joyce up next.
Anthony, how valuable have these few days been of rest for your hand just to kind of go through treatment again and kind of take a couple days off?
Very. The biggest thing is just getting the swelling out between games. It really blows up just from the pressure. I mean, the bones are still broken, but uh, just to be able to get the swelling out is has been key. And hopefully, that the series will be able to manage it the best we can.
And you and Freddie have had your battles in the past. Now both of you kind of playing through injuries. Have you talked to him at all? And just what do you think of the way he's kind of also grinding through an injury here?
Yeah, we talked I think before the division series a couple weeks ago, and he's a battle. He battles. He's a gamer, and he's putting it all on the line for his team. And I wouldn't expect anything less from him. He's a world champion as well. He's so respected in our game, rightfully so. So it'll be fun to share the field with him on the World Series stage. We've played against each other a lot throughout our careers, pretty much the same timeline of career. So it'll be fun to look across at first and see him there.
Thanks.
Go to Brian Hoke up next. Brian.
Hey Anthony, Aaron Boone was saying he was surprised by the quality of your at bats. What were you expecting going into the ALCS?
I was expecting to contribute. Towards the end of the year, I felt really good with my swing and where I was at mechanically, and I was a little nervous with the hand, just getting the right chemistry going for it, I guess. And but as far as going out and playing, these are the best moments to play for. This is what you dream of, and this is what you prepare for. So when the crowd's loud and everything's going crazy, that's I feel like when I settle down the most.
What do you think this World Series is going to be like? New York, LA?
There's no bigger stage, arguably in sports, especially in American sports. This is a really amazing opportunity, and especially with the following that the Dodgers get from Japan with Shohei and Yamamoto. That the Japanese market is their culture. They love baseball, so much there. So it's going to be an amazing stage. It'll be fun. There's going to be, I would imagine, there's going to be a lot of star power coming to the games. And as a baseball player, as a fan of the game, I think this is really good for it.
Thank you.
Go to Larry Fleischer up next. Larry. Larry, are you able to unmute or?
Oh, okay. I have
There
it.
you go.
Okay, I can do it. Um, Sorry about that. You said that you have swelling like in between like after the games. Just what is it like to rip the bat when you know you're going to be dealing with the swelling, and then you hit 429 in the ALCS? Just what's that like for you?
You just take it one day at a time. The adrenaline is real. We're doing everything we can to keep the swelling out and wrap it in between innings and in between at bats. So you just take it really one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time on defense, and you know, we're playing for what we're playing for during the game. I don't really feel much.
Thank you.
We'll go to Peter. Peter, go ahead.
Anthony, what do you remember most about your first trip to the World Series? Was there anything that stood out just about the experience or about being on that stage the first time you went through it?
Yeah, I mean, we were coming off a year in 2015 that we felt we were going to win as well. So we were pretty heartbroken losing that, and we rolled into 2016 as the pretty. I think I want to say the World Series favorites, and we went wire to wire. So that's not easy to do. And that experience, you got the playoff experience the year before, was amazing, and just you're in the moment. So you live and die by every moment, and you're with the guys, and the experiences, you just have memories for a lifetime with the guys you're with, and you can't replace that with anything.
Have you given any advice or shared any stories with some of the guys on the Yankees now who have been on playoff runs but haven't specifically been to this round?
We talk about it. Definitely guys ask what it was like. That World Series was arguably one of the best World Series I would say ever, right? And then now I get to be in another, arguably one could be what shape out to be one of the best World Series ever as well. So, you just have fun. It's the playoffs. This is the last series of the year. After this series, everyone goes home, both teams. So you want to go home on top, and you want to enjoy it and have fun. And the beauty of playing here in New York is that these games are no different than regular season games. Obviously, they are a little bit different, but the way we prepare every day, the way that we're scrutinized every day, these World Series games are extra, just extra games for us. And obviously, they're a lot bigger. It's the World Series, but just the way we prepare it, we're trying to do it as similar as we can.
Cool. Thank you.
Go to John Schwartz up next. John.
Yeah, just from a very practical perspective, I know you said it's adrenaline and stuff, but is it different in your first at bat versus later in the game? I mean, do you feel things differently as the game moves on, or is it pure adrenaline? Do you expect the cold in New York is going to be different? I mean, how does that stuff impact like over the course of the whole game?
Yeah, there's ebbs and flows. I feel it a little bit sometimes and whatnot, but we have some medicines that help with the pain, and just getting the right dose and going from there.
And I mean, you mentioned like you're playing with broken fingers. Yesterday, Nestor says that, if he has to miss a year, he wants to pitch in the World Series. How much do you think it means to everybody in the room knowing, I mean, everyone's dealing with stuff this time of year, but just everyone is doing everything possible to be in there for this series right now?
I mean, it's what you dream of as a kid. So, I mean, for me, it was weighing if I could help contribute, and as long as we're not putting this team in a selfish place, and that's what I was telling Booney when I was basically lobbying to be on the ALCS roster, because I can help this team. I feel like I can help this team. I'm not going to go out there and be a burden. So, that's the biggest thing. And Nestor coming back and working hard to come back to be potentially ready for the World Series. It's not easy when you get hurt. It's a mental grind, really, and you got to overcome a lot of obstacles to get to this point.
We'll go to Eric Boland up next.
Anthony, just to follow up on that, what can Nestor contribute as a lefty coming out of the bullpen with the tough lefties, obviously the Dodgers have?
I think he can be big for us. Obviously, he hasn't been in a game in, I think, 6 weeks now. So to come out and get World Series adrenaline is going to be huge for him. Could be a little shaky, could be electric. But I know they have big lefties in their lineup that need to be neutralized, and their lineup, like our lineup, they hit everyone. It doesn't matter if they're lefty, righty, if they are switch pitcher, whatever. They're ready to go. So matchups for them, left or right, I don't really think matter as much as I say with our team too, but they definitely will factor in.
Anything else for Anthony before we let him go? Just give it one more second. All right, Anthony, thanks so much. We'll see you in LA. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll give a holler when Austin is here.